A cracked pot can water flowers. A scarred moon still lights the night. Your worth isn't measured by how flawless you are. It's reflected in every imperfect action you take to make the world a better place. Welcome back to another heart-touching story. Today we dive into the captivating narrative of Nobody is Perfect, a heart-touching story of true worth. Join us as we unravel its profound meaning and explore the valuable lessons it offers about self-perception and personal growth. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with all our latest videos. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. The soft glow of evening serenity. Once upon a time, nestled between rolling hills and a crystal-clear lake, lived a young man whose heart echoed with quiet sadness. Despite being blessed with a loving family, supportive friends, and a peaceful life, a nagging discontentment gnawed at him. Day after day, he observed his peers showcasing their talents, and realized that while he was hardworking and diligent, he lacked a special gift that set him apart. Unlike the baker whose bread won accolades at the market, or the cobbler whose shoes were famed throughout the land, he felt ordinary, even unnoticed. Each sunrise brought a fresh wave of doubt, and with it, the fear of being forgotten, of living a life that lacked meaning. A whisper of discontent, a walk in the woods. Overwhelmed by these feelings, he decided to seek solace in nature. As he ventured deep into the woods surrounding his village, the trees stood tall and proud, their leaves whispering secrets to the wind. The babbling brook mirrored the turmoil in his own heart, and as he sat on a moss-covered stone, he poured out his worries to the silent woods. "Why am I so ordinary?" he cried, his voice echoing among the ancient trees. "How can I find my purpose in a world that celebrates the extraordinary?" In his moment of despair, he longed to be anything but ordinary. He wished to possess the extraordinary qualities of those he admired, to be celebrated and remembered long after he was gone. An unexpected encounter just then. An ethereal light seemed to emerge from behind a nearby waterfall. Drawn to its mystical glow, he stepped closer and found an old woman tending to a vibrant garden. Her presence radiated tranquility, and her eyes twinkled with ancient wisdom. As he approached, she turned, revealing a face etched with the passage of time, yet bearing a serene smile. Sensing his troubled spirit, she gestured for him to sit beside her, and without a word, began pulling herbs and flowers from the earth. The young man hesitated, unsure of what to say, and yet something compelled him to confide his deepest fears and insecurities to this mysterious woman. As he spoke, he poured out his longing to be extraordinary, his frustration at feeling overlooked, and his desperation to discover his unique purpose in life. The old woman listened patiently, her gaze unwavering and kind, and when he fell silent, she reached out, placing a gentle hand on his. Her touch, though wrinkled and aged, possessed a warmth that seemed to soothe the unrest in his soul. A gift beyond perfection. Without warning, she stood, walked to a nearby tree, and plucked a leaf from a branch. Holding it up, she asked, "Tell me, young one, what do you see?" Puzzled, he examined the leaf, noting its vibrant green color and intricate veins. "I see a leaf," he replied, confused by her unexpected question. The old woman nodded and returned the leaf to the tree. Then, as if in a magical transformation, she took a step back, and in that moment the leaf fluttered down, revealing a tiny acorn nestled in its place. With a knowing smile, she picked up the acorn and handed it to him. "What do you see now?" she asked softly. Looking at the acorn in his hands, he whispered, "Just an acorn, ma'am." The old woman closed her eyes and breathed deeply. "That is precisely what you are meant to see," she said, her voice resonating with ancient wisdom. "For it is not in grand displays of magic or extraordinary feats that your purpose lies, but in the simple, everyday moments of observation and appreciation. The true extraordinary, young one, is not in being different, but in fully embracing who you are. You are not meant to be an oak tree, but an acorn, and it is in this state of being an acorn that you are meant to shine. You are perfect as you are, and it is in this perfection that you will find your purpose." Embracing the ordinary, embracing his ordinary gifts. Confused and disheartened, the young man struggled to comprehend her words. He wanted to argue, to explain that he desired more, that he wished to be something greater than just an acorn. But as he met the old woman's gaze, he saw a depth of understanding that belied her years. Slowly, his anger subsided, replaced by a growing sense of wonder. Could it be that his purpose wasn't in grand gestures or extraordinary abilities, but in the simple act of living as an acorn? Was his contentment not meant to be found in the everyday beauty of existence, in the small joys and quiet moments that defined his life? With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to the enigmatic old woman and her mystical garden, and returned to his village. The familiar streets seemed to whisper her words, "Embrace the ordinary. Embrace the acorn. He tried to shake off her cryptic message, clinging to the hope that one day he would find his extraordinary purpose. But as the days passed, something within him shifted. He started to pay attention to the intricate patterns on leaves, the delicate dance of flowers swaying in the breeze, and the soft murmur of the river as it flowed through the town. He found joy in the simplest of things, in the warmth of a friendly smile, the taste of freshly baked bread, and the comforting presence of his loved ones. And as he did, he realized that perhaps the old woman was right. His purpose wasn't in being extraordinary, but in embracing the extraordinary beauty of the ordinary. He discovered that true fulfillment didn't lie in grand achievements or societal recognition, but in appreciating the everyday wonders that life had to offer. A life-transformed years rolled by, and the young man, once consumed by his perceived ordinariness, grew old. Yet his heart remained young, filled with the wonder and awe of a life fully embraced. He became a beacon of tranquility for those around him, sharing stories of the mystical woman and her words of wisdom. Though he never forgot his yearning to be extraordinary, he learned to find magic in the mundane. He realized that life wasn't about seeking grand adventures or extraordinary talents. It was about finding joy in the simple, everyday moments. And in doing so, he discovered a depth of happiness he had never known before. He understood that true contentment wasn't about being special, but about being fully present in the beauty of life, appreciating the ordinary for its extraordinary nature. And so he lived, not as a disappointed acorn wishing to be an oak, but as a contented acorn embracing the perfection of its simple existence. And here we come to the end of this beautiful tale. We hope you enjoyed the story and gained some insight from it. Now we want to hear from you. How did this story make you feel? Did it change your perspective on life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may you find magic in the mundane and joy in the ordinary, for that is where life's true beauty lies.